Hello everybody, welcome back. Early start over here, but you can never be too early, I suppose, to catch the worm. So what we're looking at here is XRP. We're going to talk about XRP today because there's something to talk about, okay, on the chart. So I'm not one of those moon boys that makes videos on XRP every single day because it makes them some money on their ad revenue. Look, I understand my channel's not very popular, but I will not make videos for no reason, just because people will watch them anyway. So, and again, I'm not a moon boy. So the reason I've brought XRP to your attention today is because it does look like pretty much every other altcoin chart. They all look like this. They had a nice big parabolic run. They started to, well, consolidate to an extent. Then they had a market crash with everything else. Then they had a double bottom, and then they started to pick up again. Most altcoins have a similar kind of read to that. But the difference with XRP is that it's doing something that I recognise that it does when it's ready to make a run. The thing I like about XRP is it kind of is slightly detached from the rest of the market in the way that it behaves. It does do things on its own when it's ready, and I think this is one of the reasons that this coin frustrates people, is because as much as it does trend with the market, when it does do its moves, it does it when it's ready to, and not just out of the blue randomly, but because the chart kind of demands it to do it. And then you have one of those volatile explosive moves from XRP that takes most people by surprise. I think we're on the verge of one of those now. Could happen as early as today, but I would expect maybe within the next 2 weeks we should start to get this next big move up. And a big move could quite easily be a 200% move, just like it does, you know, when it makes these runs. Right? Okay, so what we're looking at here is we've broken above, well, we've been supported above this previous zone, which was breakout zone, and also, I suppose, relatively decent area of support after these runs here, and we're above all major moving averages. But the important thing to look at here is the fact that we've closed above the cloud as well as all the major moving averages. Now, in the past, when we close above Ichimoku clouds after a consolidation or a breakdown, or you could probably put the two together, a breakdown and consolidation, this is how it runs. This is how XRP does. It does massive big moves up and then just completely crumbles, and usually reaccumulates by the 200 exponential. The 200 exponential for XRP is a turning point in itself. So we'll just have a look. So we've got the cloud and we've got the 200 exponential. Let's just see back in how it's behaved since we've done those runs in the past. So here we're above the cloud and went back within it. Then we finally broke above the cloud and the 200 exponential, causing our first run. Again, this is our first run since we came out of the major accumulation zone, and that was a run of 57%. To most people that might be nothing, but this was a big deal because prior to this moment we'd basically been in a giant consolidation phase, to which it ended and got into its first original uptrend. First uptrend of its own accord, right? Prior to that, it was stuck under the consolidation trend line. So then that run finished. It came back down to reaccumulate around the 200 exponential. In fact, we'll just get the log scale on, turn the Bollinger Bands off because we don't really need them. Reaccumulated down by the 200 exponential, back beneath the cloud, and then whoopsie daisy, we reclaimed the 200, came above the cloud, closed above it, retested it, and then went on for our next run. This is a similar kind of situation to what's happened today, and that run took place within a 10-day period, and it was a 200% move. Then, whoopsie daisy, consolidation, sec FUD, breakdown, 200 exponential, pump group. You can't really count these things for too much, but it did, that pump group, what it did do is at least it brought us above the cloud and then the 200 exponential, which was retested, and then finally closure above the cloud, go into our next run, our next rally. So here we go, above the cloud, first closure would be here, and another run of about 285%. So we've got one of those things brewing right now. Now, I am not saying that it's going to move 200 or 300%, but what I am saying is that, interestingly, each time that it's made one of these signatures, it has run harder than it ran before. So the first one we looked at was about just short of 60%. The one after that's about 200%, and the very last one that we've seen, 285%. So they do seem to be getting more aggressive each time. So if that is a pattern that we can get excited about, then it would suggest that this one would be more than 285%. But again, that's just mad speculation. So let's have a look, let's get excited, and not that I believe that this is the app where it's going to go, but I need some kind of evidence to back up the clickbait, which I'm going to create for this video, and it's got to be based on something. So 200% move. We have to really extend this chart. Let's get excited. Let's put it on the log scale. Let's go crazy. Let's have a think about what this could mean for the price of XRP. 285 was the last one, so that would bring us up. If we were to repeat that, a 285 would be okay. So it's about $3.12. So let's just be exact. 285. We'll just say $3.15. If it were to create another one of those moves again, of that size. But remember, we said that they have got bigger each time. Reasonably big. We could probably add an extra 20% onto that. So if we think about, okay, should we bump this up to? Should we bump it up to about 320? Hang on a minute. Is that the Holy Grail? Is that our all-time high? It kind of is, isn't it? So that does look like it wants to push up to its all-time high. Now, I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen, but you can see that this is based upon the chart with a little bit of hopium added to the end of it. This is a signature that likes to be fulfilled by XRP, and like I say, it could happen as early as today, but if we continue to close above here, and then I suppose if we get our golden cross as well, then I think XRP is going to have every chance to do one of these big explosive moves, which would be party time for everybody that holds it, and then we could think about where we're going to go from there. There's one other thing that we can do to try to, I suppose, gauge where it could possibly go to, and by that I need to get my trading view chart up. XRP, USDT, or USD. Is it the Bitstamp chart? It is. Okay, so we've got our fib retracements all the way here. Right, so if we were to break above our last all-time high, which is, we're talking about around about up here, then the next extension could lead us all the way up to $5.35. That would be one hell of a push if it were to do that. And I'm not saying that it's not possible, it is, but a break above the last all-time high, which at the moment I kind of think that that's where it would dry out. But if it were to break above the next its previous all-time high, it would have free reign to move all the way up to this level, which would be a further 60% from the top. Now, which clickbait title should I choose? All-time high or new all-time high? Well, by the time you've clicked on the video, I suppose you'll already know. I think I know which one I'm going to go for, but you can see where I'm getting this information from. I'm not saying it because I'm some XRP channel talking about XRP nonsense for just no reason whatsoever. I have traded XRP successfully, for at least a couple of years. It's almost like a little bit like the back of my hand. I kind of recognize its patterns, its chart behavior. I recognize certain things about it, and although I might be a bit over optimistic with the size of the move that that probably will take place, I am very confident that this move is going to happen. Now, obviously, I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice, and I'm not buying or leveraging any XRP. I bought all my XRP when the accumulation zone began over here, and so I am basically just going to enjoy the ride. But for those who hold XRP, I'm pretty confident that they'll all work out in the end for you, because the chart wills it to be true. Anyway, I'm going to leave it with you there. It is very early. I'm going to have a coffee, but I thought I'd make this video because it is a relatively important one, and I like to get in there early for these XRP videos. So in 2 weeks from now, after all the haters have bombarded me in the comments, I can just come back and go, nice one. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you have a nice day. Take it easy.